Happy New Year. It's 2025 officially, not anymore 2024. Yeah. Make sure when you write a right date and 2025. I know at the beginning of every year, people confuse it 2024 like past year. So, well, it's a Wednesday morning and then a little foggy, but the fog get burned out, so it's getting clear. So past year we've been, we went through two different books. Here you go. So first of all, 365 Tao. We did that, and at the same time we did the Daily Stoic by Ryan Holiday. I'm sure you heard about his name. He's quite popular nowadays regarding the like a modern Stoic philosopher. And so this year, I've thought about it. What we're gonna do? Are we gonna stop because we did the entire last year? I realized that no, it's why not just keep continue? Again, a couple. I think the second last lesson from Daily Tao was continuation. So I realized, yeah, let's keep doing it. And then I looked through different books. I have The Creative Act by Rick Rubin and Don't Sweat the Small Stuff from Richard Carlson, and many other things. And there's like Alan Waits, no Alan Watts, and the taboo against knowing who you are. There are many different types, and I decided this one. It's actually, there you go. It's a small. It's Don't Sweat the Small Stuff, and it's all small stuff. That's the main title. Richard Carlson. It's like it published about 20 years ago, which is if you're 20 years old, it was published when you were just born. It's a great small book. How much it carries. Actually, it has foreword from Robin Sharma. I don't know if you heard about his name. I read his book, The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. From I was recommended from one of my coworkers, and then I love that book, The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. It's about all the materialism that we concentrate. Nowadays we totally forget about matters what really matters to our daily life. Anyway, I could put more thought while we're going through. So let's start today's. Actually, today's lesson, it's about, the title is, number one, don't sweat the small stuff. So it matches with the title. All right. I'm probably gonna try to change a different format to read it, but I'll keep doing the way I did previous years. So here you go. Number one, don't sweat the small stuff. Often, we allow ourselves to get all worked up about things aren't really that big a deal. We focus on little problems and concerns and blow them way out of proportion. A stranger, for example, might cut in, from us in traffic. Yeah, it happens a lot, right? Rather than let it go and go on with your day, we convince ourselves that we are justified in our anger. We play out an imaginary confrontation in our mind. Many of us might even tell someone else about the incident later on rather than simply let it go. Let it go. Wow, I like the term let it go. Disney movie, let it go, let it go. It's let it go. Yeah, that's what it meant. Why not instead simply allow the driver to have his accident somewhere else? Try to have compassion for the person and remember how painful it is to be in such an enormous hurry. This way, we can maintain our own sense of well being and avoid taking other people's problems personally. So once you get into their, someone else's issue, it's not your problem. You didn't cut the line in. Someone else has cut the line in. But once you engage that, the scene, that means what? You are part of that. Why you try to put yourself in that, instance, someone else's issue, personally? There are there are many similar small stuff examples that occurs every day in our lives. Whether we had to wait in line, listen to unfair criticism. Remember, when you wait in line in a Starbucks or a coffee or whatever, the food, listen to unfair criticism. It happens a lot at your work, I believe so. Or to the lions about, share of the work. And at the work, it's just your boss just dumped you, like, huge work. It actually pays enormous dividends if we learn not to worry about little things. So many people spend so much of their life energy sweating the small stuff that they completely lose touch with the magic and beauty of life. When you commit to working toward this goal, you will find that you will have far more energy to be kinder and gentler. Well, I'm sure, I'm sure you, when I said about small stuff, and then you're probably gonna ask yourself, well, what is a small stuff? What is a big stuff? So I wrote a letter. I wrote a note, my note, and the laptop is right here. There, let me see it. It says about, I wrote about the, it's this, like, how great the scheme is when something small spy happens. Okay, how influential, the, so cutting the line, or are you waiting in a coffee in Starbucks for a while? Because now you notice that the cashier, and then existing customers, yada yada, chappy about their daily life and Christmas holiday thing, and then you're just waiting, and then you gotta go somewhere after that, and then the all the critical comments at work, and then people talk about something. I'm talking about how in, influential, that comment to your life, to your own life. If you really think about it, that's just a small. You probably forget tomorrow. You don't even remember that matter happened. But somehow, at that scene, we are concentrating a lot about that matter, even though that doesn't really get remembered. Just after a couple hours, you probably forget about it. So the what we do consuming on that matter is a lot of energy, right? That's true. And then the inner peace. We're losing our inner peace. That's true. And all. So what we could do is we could start the fresh mind, the peaceful mind, without considering those small matters. So look at your life, entire scam. The only thing I always try to remember myself is when at the end of my journey, long journey, all the matter I'm trying to concern is going to be remembered. If it is not, that's the small matters. All right. Hopefully, I'm trying to not to be too long, on this January 1st, New Year. So, all right. Anyway, thank you. Joining a new journey in 2025, and hopefully, we have, at the end of this journey, small books journey, and that we could be slightly different or improved person that think differently for small matters. Thank you. Have a great day. See you tomorrow. Bye.